How far would you go for the ones you love? Find out next on the Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello, and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching I usually say live-streamed D&D anthology show, but this is our first non-live-streamed episode. It's a little different for us. I am currently in rehearsals for a production of A Christmas Carol up near Portland, so my Sundays are just totally shot, and as a result, we are pre-taping some episodes so that you're not missing out on content throughout the holiday season. It's our gift to you. We're very happy to have you, and let's go ahead and introduce our players for this mission. Joining us for this mission, looking from my left to right here, we have Zach, Nico, and Chris.
Hello.
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 It's a bit of a small mission. Are you concerned maybe that your numbers are a little too small to match up with what I might throw at you?
No. What? No.
Liam and Denra.
They're just sending us on a covert ops mission, and just what it is.
That's super. It's all about precision, and
that's what Denra and Liam are the best at, right?
Exactly.
Plus 2 to stealth and sleight of hand is what I got going. We'll see what's going on there.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm a good tracker though, so we'll see what's going on there.
Are you concerned at all that I might have gotten a taste for blood?
No,
I am.
The last time we have played.
Please don't do that to my children.
I'm honestly not concerned at all. No,
it'll be amazing no matter what.
All
Denra
right.
will slaughter whatever is in her way.
mostly because Crickstump has an ability just to get the hell out of there. Ability. And
okay. Hell yeah.
He can use it anytime he wants.
What level's Crickstump?
Abandoned ship. Leave the others to
5.
die.
5. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Crickstump has a very, very useful spell.
Oh yeah, level 5 is great for a druid.
That's 3rd level called Gaseous Form, where he would.
Oh yeah, I'm out. I'm a cloud.
Unless somebody grabs a vial and puts you in a vial.
Oh no!
Okay, all monsters have vials.
Vials and vacuums.
Yeah. It's a dragon with a dustbuster.
Yep. Yeah.
Are dustbusters a thing anymore? I don't know.
It's just a dustbuster.
Reverse
breath.
dragon. He doesn't have
just
a breath weapon. He has an inhale weapon.
Yeah.
That's actually cool. I like that idea.
Gonna come with a proton pack and just
I'll write that one down for later.
Before we jump in, you can see it on the screen. If you like what we do here, if you watch us on the weekly or even not on the weekly, check out our Patreon, because we've got a bunch of behind the scenes stuff going on over there. There's a podcast that happens after almost every episode, which kind of recaps and does a deep dive, and you get a bunch of secrets. And if you want those secrets, which I know you do, check out the Patreon. The link is in the description of this video. Okay, players, are you ready?
yes.
Oh boy.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
What the heck?
The last several weeks, the Adventurers Guild has been buzzing with activity, as almost the entire organization has moved as one to try and recover a mission that has failed. A party of high-level guild members were sent on a fairly routine mission to the town of Faroan to break up a gang of bandits. But something went horribly wrong, and the party was apparently lost in a cave-in in a mine just outside of the town. As other parties returned from missions, they were sent immediately to the town of Furrowan to aid in the recovery effort. But so far, no trace of the party has been found. And almost 3 weeks later, they're all presumed dead. In the midst of this chaos, some important information has come in, something the Guild had been waiting for some time. As you are brought into the briefing room, a larger group is on their way out, and apparently they are the last party headed to Furrowan. Mariah is behind her desk, looking like she has not slept in a while, sorting through a whole bunch of papers. She gives a sigh as you enter and sits. For those who haven't seen these characters before, why don't we go ahead and give a brief description of them? Yeah. Why don't we start with Crickstump? Just walking in the room.
Sure.
We're not going to go up to the book right now.
Oh yeah, Crick's just walking in. He's actually in a hustle because he just got back into town. So he's just seeing all the chaos around him, and he's like, I don't know what any of this is. But he walks in. He's a 5'4", 5'4" male. He's got brown hair. He's a wood elf druid, so he's got distinct features in those. He's looking a little scraggly than usual. He has not been to the barber in a second. But he's walking in with a just quarterstaff on his back and a cloak draped around him, and he just sees a couple of friendly faces, and he feels a little more relieved knowing we're kind of all in the same situation right now.
All right. Liam.
Yes, Liam is not disguised since he noticed that Denver was coming anyway, so people know.
But
who
definitely
was here.
had to duck under the door.
But 100% ducks underneath the doorway to get in. Yes, Liam Mastbreaker is an 8-foot tall furbolg, male furbolg. Strapped to his back is a ship's anchor. And he's just got this big old mane of dreads that are all there. He's in basically just like a loose kind of like shirt and trousers. And then has just got, a bunch of, scars here and there on his arms. His skin's this kind of shade of purple. He's got a big old beard and a big old mane of dreads. And that's Liam Mastbreaker, just really big. He's just a big dude.
Real big.
Dude.
Real big.
All right. And Denra.
Yeah. So Denra is a minotaur. She's very large, also not quite as tall as her boy Liam. It's about 7'2". Deep auburn fur, blue eyes, and long hair that she has grown out since she last had it done up very nicely for a ball. And she also went back to that salon and learned some tips about hair care, especially for hair that long and intense. And it looks a little bit nicer now. It's not quite as unkempt, but still very, long with lots of big braids with feathers and beads and such throughout. And she wears like a fur armor-ish, just mostly an outfit that's fur and feathers of an owl bear that she had slain in her past, with a beak on the crotch. And glaive on her back, and she's looking concerned as well. Was she told of the news, or was she just told there is a mission?
You were because you contracted the guild.
Okay.
And as a reminder, you have no gold at this point because of that.
Oh, right. Yeah, so I've just got that from... Right, okay, thank you.
Yeah, so anything you would earn
forgot to
previous...
deduct that, but that was about what I got. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You have been told that the mission has come up.
Okay.
At least in brief terms.
She immediately walks up to Mariah and says, "Have you found them?"
Sit. I'll explain. She sighs deeply. She looks very tired. She says, good afternoon. Forgive me if I'm a little scattered. It's not even afternoon, it's morning. Good morning. That's how scattered I am. I'm sure you can understand. I'm sure you've heard about our recovery efforts. It feels like we're coming to the end of this little wave of panic, but acceptance doesn't feel much better, frankly. But you're coming in for a different matter, so let's get to it. Denra, you have contracted the guild to help find your children. This is obviously a matter of great sensitivity, and normally would be looking for outside funding to help to put together a large team for this effort, but with things being what they are, we just don't have the resources at the moment. But what we do have is a lead. We have a party in the city of Ontao on the southern coast. They were there, and as they were in the area, they'd heard some rumors about something going on in the town of Eldenar. Some kind of large orphanage in the area, and strange happenings around it. They were going to go investigate themselves, but then the mess up in Faroan happened, and they had to go there straight away. Eldenar is a village deep in the southern wilds. The information I have on the village is limited, but it certainly does not seem big enough to warrant having a large orphanage in the town. So where exactly are those children coming from? Stolen, perhaps, or gathered? The party that went there, near there, reported quite a lot of strange monsters in the area, grotesque things they felt were best avoided, but you won't have that luxury, I fear. Denra, I can't guarantee that your children are there, but this is certainly the best lead that we've come across.
Of course, especially if they're in the southern wilds. Do you know if they're near, and I'll pull out a map and indicate the mild home. Is it anywhere near here?
It's not.
Okay,
it is
can you show...
quite a bit east of there.
Okay. I can probably... We can probably find our way there, and I'll look, like... I'll look over at the other two.
As always, on your map, you're given the area to look for.
She still looks at the other two of them and says, "We'll be able to get through the woods, right?" And you can see on her face like a look of desperation.
There's a look of like, please, we're gonna get through it. I tell Denner, we're gonna get through this. Don't you worry about it.
Thank you.
We're gonna be fine.
Yes, it absolutely be the case. From what I've seen, though, I can remember that it's been a little bit since I've been in the woods in large scale. Been, on a different plane for a different large expanse of nature, but trees were my home originally. So
don't you worry about that, Anchorman. Right. I'm gonna get you that.
Anchorman, son of a bitch.
So after you're given the information on the map, Mariah says, we have no material goods in stock to give to your party directly, unfortunately, as everything has been funneled up north, but I do have something that may be able to help. She opens a drawer and pulls out 3 gold-colored rectangular objects, about small hand size. They've got all kinds of intricate carvings on them and etchings. She says, your path could take you by the gnomish city of Etkern. It's a bit of a diversion off the road. But you could choose to stop there if you wish. Etkern is a bit of an oddity. Things tend to work a little differently there, including currency. They do take gold and silver and all that, but these are a little different. They call these things glitter gold, and they're kind of like calling in favors. So giving one of these is quite precious and can go farther than just buying something. We've been holding on to them for a time of need, and I think this is it.
Do you think we'll be able to find anyone there that can help us?
Well, I can tell you that the city of Atkern is full of all manner of things and very resourceful and intelligent people.
Okay.
They tend to stick to themselves, but that doesn't mean they're not... they might be able to aid you in some way. I honestly don't know, but it is frankly all that we have at hand at the moment.
Thank you.
And
Thank
so
you, Mariah.
she slightly...
We appreciate.
who wants
Yeah.
to take charge of these?
Do we want to just split them, maybe?
I'll just keep hold of all of them.
Sure.
That
Yeah,
way
I'll
we
hand
can
them to
have
you.
On hand.
She says, Crickstump, Liam, both of you will be paid 30 gold for the completion of this mission, this investigation, and possible recovery. And she turns to you, Denra, and shakes your hand and says, good luck, Denra. I do hope you find them.
She pulls her into a hug.
Mariah looks
just-
deeply uncomfortable with that.
She does not care, and just says thank you, and let's go, and follows the others out.
All right. You head out from the guild and find yourselves on the front steps of the guild, and the city of Takar is there in front of you. Let me give you an idea of what you're looking at in terms of travel. Sure. You're looking at about a week and a half, closer to 2 on the road.
Damn.
Just to get to the Southern Wilds.
So you're looking at about 9 days of travel to get to the edge of the Southern Wilds, and then forward into Eldanar.
Okay.
The road, you can, this is a decision you'll make later. Edkern is not exactly on your path. It is off of the main road. So it's about a day and a half off of the main road.
And how far into the week and a half is it where that fork happens, essentially?
Where we could go to there the most quickly.
About 8 days.
Okay, so close to it.
Close to the end, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's closer to the Southern Wild. So about 8 days of journey is going to take you. Edkern is kind of purposefully by itself, so not a lot actually leads there. So you would have to basically go in and then back out. You could go straight down, but it is not nearly as smooth traveling as the roads.
Okay.
So besides Takar, there are small towns throughout, but until you get, if you choose to go to Edkern, that would be the largest place of commerce.
And would my wanderer feature from being an outlander help us at least getting, if we chose to not use the roads? Just because I have an excellent memory of maps and geography and can always recall the general layout of terrain and settlements.
It's not necessarily that you're going to get lost. It's that when you get off the roads,
It just it's more dangerous.
it's more dangerous. There's much more trouble off the roads.
Okay.
So what I'm saying by all this is that if you're looking for supplies and wanting, a wide variety, this is kind of the last stop until Edkern. If you're looking, for specific things.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Small villages are only going to have so much.
Right. Denver will, I guess, as we're figuring all out what we have and need. I've got a hunting trap, and I can get us food on the road if we need it, so rations won't be much of an issue. And I've got the basic, rope and tinderbox and bedroll and everything, so I can't think of anything else we would need.
No, Dinner, I got most of what I need. I don't think we need to really stop for anything. At least mostly along the way. Liam, How you feeling?
And I also don't really have much gold to use for anything. I used it giving it to the guild.
Yeah, I got enough to supplement this on the way if we need it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't really need a lot, but
There's a fly.
what?
Sorry. There was a fly that landed like right on the camera. I was like, big black spot for him. I was like, what the hell? Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably doing all right if we just want to make our way out of here. But I do have some gold if perhaps we want to secure a carriage that could get us there faster, perhaps. But
it would also make us a bigger target. We'd be easily spotted. I think. Is it? Were you saying it would be about that time on foot?
Yes, that is on foot.
That is on foot. So on carriage, going anywhere off the road would take longer. Horses, I mean, those we could take off road kind of, but if we just got horses, but those are also kind of expensive. So,
What is it usually to secure some kind of travel? Be it.
I mean, it really depends on where you're going and how long the route is. Horses do become a bit of an issue when you are 8 feet tall.
That's true. You have to get a very large horse, a war horse.
I don't even know if a war horse would.
Well, technically, we're a medium creature still, so. But still, yeah, I get that. That is true. We are.
If you picture someone a foot taller than Shaquille O'Neal, riding a horse,
it would need to be like a Clydesdale, something huge.
And the horse would also have to be strong enough to carry that person and
an anchor.
Ship's.
Yeah, that's very true. All of his gear, which is just mostly the anchor.
All right, you make a point. All
right. I think on foot would be easiest. On hoof, so I think we can. If you guys are both ready to go, then
I don't see any reason why not. We should probably hit the road as quick as possible on this place. Mm-hmm. Knowing the information we have, it's not concrete. The best way to say it, but we might as well.
And before we go, she stops, puts a hand on each of your shoulders, and it's just
you have to reach down a little lower for my shoulder.
Sorry.
There you go. Stretching.
Thank you to you both for just being here.
Hey.
Of course.
Hey, Dan. That's what we do. Don't you worry about it.
She blushes a bit at Den. That's adorable. And yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the south gate.
Making our way.
And head out onto the road where it's not desolate by any means. There's a fair bit of traffic back and forth, people heading into the city and away from it. Crickstump, go ahead and roll a d10 for me. Let's check the weather forecast today.
What?
The weather forecast.
Let's check the weather.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. Okay. So we're still into spring. And it's a bit of a blustery day. Not the warmest. You get little bits of spitting rain here and there. Not enough to be very disruptive, but enough to be kind of annoying. It's like a solid Pacific Northwest fall kind of day.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. I got it.
Like today.
It's a little too cold for shirt sleeves, but a little too warm for a sweatshirt once you're walking, and your glasses get rain, just little bits of rain all over them.
It's just a little uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it might actually be better if it was just raining. Like, at least then you'd, like, feel justified with an umbrella or something.
Yeah, at least.
But no, you just kind of have to take it. So that's the weather on our first day of travel.
Nice.
Tolerable enough.
Yeah.
Tolerable enough. The road is clear, still quite dry. Little patches of mud on the sides from the last heavy rain, but you pass quite a few wagons right at the top. And then it gets a little more sparse as you get like 3 hours travel outside of Takar. You feel like you're making really good time. And overall, like a nice solid, you feel like you're good, you're on the move. Anything that you would like to be doing as you are walking in this bit of travel here at the top of the day?
Denver would actually ask, was it okay? I'm gonna ask you guys as players because I can't remember. Was Crickstump? Did you go with that mission on that mission with James that he fell? Whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to him
when he left?
Oh,
right?
when he left.
when
Yes.
he left? You were on that mission? Okay. Is that like is his leaving like widely known in the guild, and like the reason for it?
I assume we made a report.
There was a report. I would say that that's probably not widely known, but I
Okay.
think that Denra, you specifically would have been like, I would be surprised if Crickstump hadn't told you.
Yeah,
I'm a blabbermouth by
Yeah.
nature. so-
Okay, cool. Okay, then never mind. I figured that this had been maybe the first time we'd seen each other, but if not, then then we're good. Never
Well,
mind.
it's probably been the first time we've seen each other, but
Really? Okay.
Or at least the
well,
first
then-
time you've had like a solid moment to talk.
to talk. Okay, yeah.
And Liam would have heard about it, but he didn't know James.
Yeah, you didn't know
Heard about
James.
it because Julian would have.
Right.
We came back to the ship, so.
Then yeah, I guess we'll mention it. Crickstump. So you kind of, we weren't able to talk about it really much. I was in the middle of work before. What happened to James? Is he all right? Is there?
he got swallowed by an earthworm, and then
Oh wow.
well, it was much more of an earthworm, but I digress.
Sure.
And then he went off looking for somebody. He also dropped all of his armor and all his weapons before he did it. It was I tried calling after him. He didn't seem to respond at all. There was no doing nothing.
Yeah, I
He
am.
seemed a man very set in his ways.
This makes sense, kind of. It's horrible, and I was hoping it wouldn't happen. He told me something similar to this might happen to him, but I didn't realize it would be that bad.
Yeah, from what I heard, it's not usually something that I really know that much about. Julian knows way more about it than I do, but apparently he made some kind of deal of some sort. I don't know what, an agreement, whatever required him to leave.
Yeah, he kept on talking about trying to get to another plane of existence.
Right.
And I don't really know nothing on those
And
words, except for I've communicated to the Feywilds just because that's where half my magic comes from, but
Wow.
I don't really know nothing past that.
I guess, yeah, then she would relay at least a part of what James told her about his past and, like, his reasons for that. I can't remember. Chris can't remember in the moment. I'll have to get back, and maybe you can ask Justin, and he can tell you. But it's very much that he is, like, he's an ASMR, so he's a fallen angel. And he, like, fell in love with a human woman, and she died, and he's trying to get to her any way he can. He just doesn't think that death is the end, and he's going for it. And that's the gist of what she's able to tell you, because she doesn't want to tell you every single thing because it's personal, but it's very much just letting you know the kind of a little bit of the perspective on it, because she's very upset about that actually, and pulls Crickstump in for a hug for being there and being.
Yeah,
with
I give
him
her like a one arm side, like
Oh,
while
yeah.
we're walking, just like, yeah. You got
Thank
it.
you.
A lot of hugs today.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
we need it.
Yeah.
Denver hasn't seen these guys in a bit, so she needs
He
it.
does a running jump and leaps up.
Oh yeah, just on the back. Yeah, on the back. That's like.
And it's been about 3 to 4 weeks since then.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, you're good. As you continue to travel, it gets to about like 1 in the afternoon.
As time does. Yeah.
Liam, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
You missed.
I missed. 4.
Okay. As you are traveling, like I said, the traffic starts to thin out a bit. But at about 1, you see a cart coming down the road. And all of you go ahead and roll a perception check.
14.
14?
12.
12?
21.
21. All right. Crickstump, you're a little distracted, so you don't really catch it right off the bat. Maybe there's a very attractive mushroom somewhere where you're like, oh, that's a good-looking mushroom.
I'm gonna go nurture that for a second.
The other two of you hear this like strange like melodic sound. It's like oompa 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 oompa. And it's very like just a very puzzling sound. And as this cart gets close, you can now tell that this strange oompa sound is coming from the cart.
And no one's driving it?
There is someone driving it.
Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha.
It's
Is it being pulled by something?
Yeah, so this cart is being pulled by a single donkey.
Oh my good lord.
And the man on top is
What's the name of the donkey?
We don't know yet. It could be a completely different group.
I rarely repeat merchants. Sitting on the driver's seat, looking like a little sad about the weather, perhaps, is a human or perhaps a half elf. He's like wrapped up in a coat and he's got a hat pulled down.
Really hoping it was a kobold.
He's not the only donkey in the world that exists. Crickstump. Jeez.
And
that's not even from this campaign.
I know it's not.
And as he gets closer, that oompa sound gets louder. And as he looks up and squints and sees that there's people on the road, and he pulls the cart to the side a little bit, and as he approaches, he slows the donkey down, and then you get your first like full look, and the oompa sound does get slower as the cart slows down. You get your first full look at the cart. On the side of it, this is very obviously a merchant cart of some kind, because it just has like a window on the side, like it's a big laughing mouth is what's carved into the side of it.
Oh.
And this guy sets his reins down. He's not in a hurry at all.
He's so dejected right
We've
now.
all just stopped and are standing there like, what is happening?
He sets the reins down, slowly throws his leg over to get into the cart from the front. And he comes up to the counter. Hello and welcome to the Braying Ass.
Tanner starts laughing immediately.
Amusements and novelties.
What?
How can I make you smile today?
I mean, you already did once, but that... What?
Sir,
Are you okay?
Are you all right? Do you want to be doing this?
You don't look like you do.
You two can go ahead and make persuasion checks.
You fucks can go ahead and just do this. I'm not gonna just talk. Ooh, that's not bad actually. It's a 19.
And I only got a 9.
This was not my idea.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we have a wide array of amusing novelties and somewhat useful items. I'd be happy to show you around.
Sure.
Like kind of like ducking in to look in the window. Oh,
Yeah. So as you look in, it's not like a ton of stuff in here.
Right.
But it's all like strangely shaped or colored or just like items that you look at it and really just have like no idea what it could possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gathering my thoughts for a second there. Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, you're fine.
So he takes an item, sets it on the counter. It's a small rock, maybe like palm sized,
Oh,
and he
I have a
says,
friend who would love that.
He says, "This is the amazing weather stone. It can predict the weather for the next 8 hours.
Really?
Really, really."
How,
I'm just gonna insight everything this guy says about these.
Sure.
Just because you never know.
It's true.
I mean, as a total of 4.
natural one though.
Yeah.
A nat 1. You need this rock.
You can't force me to buy it.
I can't force you to buy it. I cannot. But like there is
You
a
can't force me to
a
buy it.
burning desire in your heart for
Wow.
this rock.
I'll give you a silver for it.
It's 10 gold.
Really?
It's an amazing weather rock. It predicts the weather.
Well,
But does it really though?
How does it work though?
He sighs deeply and he touches the rock and he says, "Amazing weather rock, what's the weather gonna be?" And you hear this voice, like this disembodied voice say,
Speaks.
"The weather for the next 8 hours is gonna be fairly rainy with a little bit of wind. You might want to grab a light jacket."
before this voice even stops talking, I'm taking out 10 gold.
We have to have this just to keep making Paul do this voice.
Yep.
Every day we have to do this.
10 gold.
All right.
By
Yeah,
the
so
way.
you have the amazing
Don't
weather
care.
stone, which can predict the weather for the next 8 hours, but will do so in a horribly annoying voice.
Are you kidding me? That voice is
That's-
amazing. I
It's
will.
amazing.
We don't know if it's the same voice every time though.
Yeah, it could change.
All
That'd be cool. if it
Voices, that's all I
changed.
care about.
He does like brighten up a little bit as you actually buy something. He says,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I've got. He just grabs a random thing, and I'm just gonna have him roll for a random thing that he grabs.
All right. What was that again?
Amazing Weatherstone.
Weatherstone, the amazing Weatherstone.
He just reaches down like behind him and grabs an item and puts it on the counter. This is the trap chicken, which can be really helpful in checking to see if there's like traps and like, I don't know, dungeon. Is that a thing you guys do?
Do you like
Alright.
release it and it goes into the trap and triggers it?
No, not really.
Oh.
I'm gonna inciting again.
Sure.
Then what is it?
14.
It's like what he's saying is true. He might not be saying all of it.
And how
These are all things that do something, but there's some weird side effects to them.
how does this one work?
He looks a little more dejected as you ask, but he picks up. It's a little chicken statue, just a little like wooden chicken, and he tosses it. And there's obviously no traps there, like on his countertop. But it does make an incredibly loud chicken noise.
All right,
like a clucking and.
Are you gonna give us one?
Yeah, well, what does it sound like, Paul?
I'm not going to give you that one, but what this does is it allows you to roll at advantage when checking for traps, but does make an intensely loud chicken noise for a while.
It goes through all of the different versions the Bluth family did.
Yeah.
The caw, 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 caw. Sorry.
Yeah. So wait, it gives you advantage for checking for traps, but probably a disadvantage on stealth if you're using it right then.
Yep. So maybe don't. Unless you really want to be silly with it.
He sees the looks on your faces and he like just pushes it off the counter. And as it hits the floor, it makes another really loud chicken noise.
What else you got? No, it looks like you got some interesting stuff here.
He's gonna pull out another item. It's a small hat that just looks like a very nondescript kind of like beanie type hat. And he says, "This is the hat of shirting. It's a hat that creates a shirt." And he takes the hat and he puts it on, and in fact, an illusory shirt appears on him.
What the fuck?
He says the color of the shirt is random.
Oh, that's so amazing.
How much is this one?
30 gold.
90 gold.
The hat of shirting is 5 gold.
Okay.
Done.
Done.
I'll give him 5 gold for that.
Now,
He just takes it on, puts it on,
And
just
he just
tries it multiple times.
Hands it over, looking like he really does appreciate, for whatever reason, that you have purchased this.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
I do have a question. Does it adjust to the wearer's size?
Yes.
Nice.
There we go.
So I pick it up, put the beanie on over his dreads.
What kind of shirt does he get?
A very like baby blue T-shirt appears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's a good color on you.
Are you
Possibly the same.
already wearing a shirt?
he's got like a vest. He's just got like an open vest.
Yeah, it just
So
it covers the
over the
vest,
vest.
just
covers
like,
the vest. Awesome. Oh,
and it is illusory, so it's not an actual shirt.
Yeah.
It just looks like a shirt.
reminds me of the sea. I like this a lot. Thank you very much, sir.
He pulls out another item, which is this like
Paul,
yeah.
this entire session, I'm just gonna make you go through these items.
Wonderful. He pulls out another item, which is this like large. It looks like a cymbal off of like a drum kit. Like it's a large brass flat cymbal. And he says, "This is the symbol of symbols. It allows you. It grants you." Comprehend languages, but only when you hit it really loud, and only for 15 seconds.
So you have to like interrupt people as they're talking just to get to work.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 on that one.
He's telling just the whole truth on that one. Just
I don't know if I.
We
Excuse me,
don't.
What was your name again?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. How much is this one?
Oh God, quick stop.
The symbol of symbols is 30 gold.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot.
Can you haggle it all?
I don't really set the prices.
Who does?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I think. Oh. I'm gonna use a luck point on that one.
Not a natural one.
It was a 2,
Two
but
crew.
2 crew. Oh,
Oh
shit.
man, use the other
Go.
one. Use the other one.
All right. 10.
The owner sets the prices, and he just kind of shoves the symbol aside, like he can tell, like he has no faith in it. He says,
Is this your day job, Jonathan?
it's my whole job. He pulls out and he says, I'll show you the best thing in the shop. You're good customers. And
Do you get paid on commission, Jonathan?
not exactly.
Oh, that's a bummer.
He pulls out, and it should be noted, he looks like he does not look good about bringing out this item. Like,
Oh,
gosh.
no.
he doesn't feel good about it. It's very obvious on his face. He doesn't like this item.
What is it? I'm scared.
And he takes it out, God, and he sets it on the counter, and it is a butt. It is a butt, like a disembodied butt.
Just a butt?
You wanna run that by us one more time?
It is what it is.
It's a butt.
What kind of butt? Is
It's
it
like
a human butt?
It's
Is
like a
it
human butt.
Dragonborn butt?
Yeah, it's like a human butt.
Kobold butt. I just have to know.
It's flat on one side, so it just sits on the table. So the butt is just up, and he says, "This is the butt of holding."
I swear to God.
No!
Oh my goodness.
Whoever made this is a sick man or a person, a sick person.
It does everything a bag of holding does. It's just a
But
butt.
it's shaped like a butt. That's horrifying. How much?
It's 800 gold.
Oh, nope. I knew it. Gentlemen, I think we're good. We should keep moving, I think. We've got a bit of a...
Jonathan, is great, and I would absolutely take it if I was anywhere near that lot of money. So,
No, you wouldn't. And he just puts it down.
Hey, you know what though, Jonathan? You have been a trooper. I assume you're heading to the city.
Yeah.
You know what? If you I promise you, there is a buttload of people that are working around the Adventurers Guild that definitely need a laugh right now. They're going through some times right now. So I bet if you swung over there, you showed them what you showed us, not only would they get a kick out of it, but you'd probably sell some stuff over there.
I'm not
Sell a
allowed to
buttload.
sell in the city because that's where the main location is.
Oh, well, you know what? I would put flyers up around the guild. And here's this for your. I give him 5 silver for his trouble, and this is just for you. Don't tell your boss about it. This is for you. All right.
Okay. And then he puts it in his pocket.
You have a good day there, Jonathan.
He nods slowly and gets, works his way back into the driver's seat. And as he goes away, and you can see that it's like a bellows that's connected to one of the wheels.
Oh,
So it just makes that, noise as it travels.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I think
who-
we
who do you
acquired two. I think we acquired 2 amazing things.
we
Didn't we?
have 2 amazing things.
Who designs a bag of holding to look like a butt? What the hell?
Whoever his boss was.
Listen, have you ever
that.
met some fucked up wizards?
No, but I don't really want to if that's the kinds of things they make. Holy shit.
Listen, there's some that are, no pun intended, they're a bit cheeky, but
God damn it, Zach. That was good.
but I've come across a couple that will.
Son of a bitch.
Nope, I'm not even gonna go there.
For his wolf, Queven's made some really stuff too.
Oh, Craven! Yeah, that little
he's made some
bugger.
weird stuff.
I bet.
Oh, it's it probably wasn't a wizard. Well, it might have been a wizard just to get that magic going, but yeah,
freaking
you're
wild.
probably right.
So the rest of the day is honestly fairly uneventful.
Yeah, compared to that.
Compared to your adventures there.
Good lord.
You make good time the rest of the day. The weather holds, and you're able to secure a pretty easy spot for making camp here. Here on the main roads, there's a lot of places where camps have like already been made previously, so there's like cleared out spots and like an RV park. So you're able to find a spot that had been previously cleared and prepared for a camp.
Sweet.
Liam's gonna see if he can hunt down something for dinner.
Denra can just do that with a feature.
No, it's a good point. You just have your feature. That's right.
Yeah, I can gather up food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other creatures.
Yeah.
Provided that their land offers berries or small game.
If you want to hunt something like large,
Yeah, Liam and I could both do that together. That'd be fun.
you could roll at advantage for survival.
Why don't you two go do that
Son
together?
of a bitch. Denra blushes, and as like Liam is like walking away, just looks kind of at Crickstump like, "What the? Shut up!"
Hey.
So I imagine Crickstump probably begins like making mushrooms and things like that at the.
You know what? I can set up camp. I can set up camp for all of us. But honestly, I'm also being like, amazing weather, Rock. What's the weather gonna be like for the next 8 hours?
And as Denra and Liam, as you start to go away, you hear the Rock getting farther away saying, "It's gonna get a little cold overnight. You might want to bundle up pretty tight."
Oh my god.
So Denra and Liam, you head out to hunt. One of you go ahead and make a survival check at advantage.
I've got a +5.
As do I.
Okay, so I'll do it. Yeah, that's good. That's 18, so 23.
Okay. You're able to find a young deer, young buck. You don't want to hunt something so big that like you're gonna waste the meat. But you do manage to find and bring down pretty easily a rather young buck and bring it back to camp.
Just carrying it over her shoulder.
This is
Making sure that Liam sees that she can just carry something like that over her shoulder.
Yeah. It's a good clean shot, and with that, it does not take long to get it into eating portions.
Yeah, he and I both like divvy up the cutting and taking a part of the animal for sure. She wouldn't want to do that alone.
Yeah. By the time you come back, camp has been set up.
Hey guys, it's gonna be cold for the next 8 hours.
Yeah, we heard as we were walking away. I bet everyone within a 10-mile radius probably heard.
Okay. I just thought I'd let you know.
No, thank you. It actually is kind of cool.
This is Zach. I honestly don't think it's a bad product.
Yeah, I mean it's actually kind of a cool item.
I think if no one else knew about it, I could easily make money in town
Guessing the weather.
by guessing the weather correctly.
Yeah, just betting.
To be fair, most druids can do that just already.
I think that's part of Druidcraft, actually.
It is.
You can,
Yeah, but I don't have it.
But you don't get a fancy.
Oh, you don't have Druidcraft? Oh, okay, that's fair.
No, I actually don't have Druidcraft.
Oh, that's fair.
You're the one druid.
I mean,
Druidcraft.
There are other cantrips that are just as dope.
All right, so camp is set up. You've got deer cooking. Is there any business that any of you would like to take care of here this evening?
I just wanted to ask, do we want to try to go to this town,
I mean,
this other town first? I mean, they might be able to help, but they seem rather isolationist, and I don't know if... I mean, if they see it as a threat to the area as well, that may I don't know.
Well,
She's just kind of spitballing.
I think they're close enough. They probably have a decent amount of information about it.
That would-
Also, I think these items that we've got to trade seem like they're going to be actually quite valuable for whatever we need them for.
That was kind of my thinking.
I feel like it's going to be worth it.
If we can just with these things, if we could just call in a favor and have...
Yeah, was she explaining that they were used as currency, or they were used like to call in favors, or given as like gifts to people there? Is that what it was? I just can't remember.
You get the impression that they're more like calling in a favor, but that could be from a merchant or a supplier or things like that.
Okay.
The Adventurers
It's like a more intangible kind of currency.
Sure. Okay.
Or it could be to call in a favor to have a small army help us.
I don't know
the limit.
know.
We don't know the limits of it.
Right. But I would not like the idea of an army marching through the southern wilds. One, for their safety, and also for the safety of the wild itself.
Or we could hire, like a very knowledgeable guide.
I mean, I'm pretty knowledgeable of the area if given the chance to look.
I think we'll definitely...
I just didn't know where to look.
A decent amount of information.
Okay.
And I feel like we could probably get some useful equipment.
That was the other thing I think
as we head into the wild. So.
Yeah, they might be able to get us equipped with maybe a better weapon, something. I don't know.
Maybe something for whatever the wilds may.
If they're gnomes, it was mostly a gnome settlement. Is that what you said?
Edkern is a gnome city. Yes.
Gnome city, and I know that you eschew a lot of the like with the orc city being very like technologically advanced. Are the gnomes similarly technologically advanced?
You don't really. I mean, like you're not really sure.
Okay, that's fair.
Edkern is very much its own thing.
That's fair. Okay. I just didn't know if never mind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, I don't see a problem with it. I just wanted to make sure that we knew what we were looking for there, and we weren't just going to show up and be like, "What's here?"
Yeah.
The answer to your question, Dendra, is yeah, I think we should.
Well, thank you. And she takes out her pan flute and her wine flask, and takes a long drag from the wine flask, hands it to Liam and whoever would share, and she'll start to play a song that she had been recently composing and trying to finish. It was one that she had started creating for her children as like a lullaby. And it's kind of become more of like I don't know, not a dirge really, but just kind of a sad song that she plays for herself now. And she starts to just kind of fiddle and try and add to it while she's sitting there.
I'm not going to make you roll a performance check for that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Roll a performance check for this sentimental moment.
That one!
Oh, that one. Your sentimentality fucking sucks.
No, I appreciate that.
Bunch of shit. Yeah, no.
Unless the character's a bard and you know that they'll do well, then...
That's like doing theater. I don't know if this was sad enough. Like,
yeah, right.
Can you be just more heartbroken in this moment? Thank you.
Turn the sad up to 11. All right. And yeah, that's all she does before going to bed. Enjoying the nice venison that we caught.
Any other business for Liam or Crickstump?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Liam probably will just kind of like lean back and listen to the song, and he just kind of like hums along to the tune, just listening. So.
Right.
Love it.
And probably falls asleep listening to it. So.
You sleep. You feel fairly, you set a simple watch, nothing too elaborate, and the night passes. It does get fairly cold overnight. You feel, you bundle up tight against the cold, as the rock predicted. And morning finds, well, let's see. Denra, go ahead and roll a d10.
Oh boy.
Ooh, I can just talk to my rock.
You can, but we're still going to roll the d10 to see what the rock says.
Yeah, that's a 4.
As you wake up, the spittle has turned to, like, actual rain.
Oof.
And not a heavy rain, just like a constant, like, drizzle. So everything is quite damp this morning.
Great.
You get up, you gather your things, start to head out on the roads. A little slower going, because it is, over the next 2 hours, it goes from dry roads to a little bit of mud, a little bit of sticking to your shoes, and...
I don't like, my hooves are getting deep into the mud.
Yeah. I went to a haunted corn maze right before Halloween. That was... They said, like, it's going to be muddy, and I was like, is it? It's probably going to be fine. Yeah, they weren't fucking around about that. The socks I was wearing, I threw away.
Oh, God.
I barely kept my shoes. Like, I walked out of them several times.
Oh,
Oh man.
It was very cool, but holy shit.
yeah.
Like, in ankle-deep water for a lot
Oh,
of it.
no.
Oh god.
Oh, my God.
Love it.
I mean, that's a horror in its
wild.
own, I
Love
guess.
Yeah. You need to scare people.
It contributed somewhat to the experience of
Yeah.
You couldn't run if you wanted to, because you would just
Yeah.
leave your shoes behind.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
you
scary.
literally at times could have gotten scared out of your shoes.
Yeah,
Hey.
absolutely.
Nice.
It's not quite that bad. Not here on these roads. Just a little bit of mud, a little bit of unpleasantness throughout the morning. Traffic has definitely gotten much less. At about midday, you are approaching a... you can tell on the map, there's a significant bridge that you go over. Not huge, but like, it's a thing you cross. Like on the way down to Wallach Bay. And as you're kind of nearing a turn in the road that's going to take you to the bridge, and you hear some voices. You're a little too far away to hear exactly what's going on, but you hear some voices. All three of you go ahead and make a perception check.
16.
18.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Nice.
25.
So, Crickstump and Denra, you can tell that there's like... there's some kind of an argument or something going on. This does not sound like a friendly conversation. Liam, you hear that some of the chatter is in Giant. Is that a language that you know? I kind of presume because
not.
you're a Firbolg. What?
Nope.
Okay.
It is not.
So you don't know what they're saying, but you do recognize the language as being Giant. And you can hear that it is three...
Damn it, we should have got that symbol.
Symbol.
Damn it!
You can hear three voices. Two of which are speaking Common, one of which is speaking Giant.
Okay.
Do I have comprehension?
So that's what the three of you hear as you're probably about 100 feet from this bend in the road.
That doesn't sound like I can't tell. Is it a disagreement? What's going on?
Well, it does seem a bit heated, and one of them's speaking in Giant, but
Weird.
about all I could really gauge. Don't know what to say.
I mean, do we... Okay, we haven't rounded the corner yet there, Paul?
No, you're about 100 feet from that.
Alright. I doubt they're gonna hear us coming. But...
Do we want to try and get a closer look without being seen, or?
Honestly, I'm kind of fine just coming up on... It doesn't sound like they're getting violent, just
It
heated.
is a heated conversation, but yeah.
Okay. And I guess, and we have to go that direction anyway, because it's the bridge.
Yeah, it's not like we can't pass there.
Okay.
It is kind of in your way.
All right. Well, yeah. Be ready, I guess, for any trouble.
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
Okay. So you continue forward. You round that turn, and what you see is a very small cart on your side of the bridge. Looks like it might just be like a simple farmer's cart. There is an older, looks like human male in the driver's seat. This is about 60 feet in front of you after you've rounded the turn. Standing in the middle of the bridge is a Goliath, fairly well dressed. Shaved head, the Goliath markings, holding a large crossbow.
Of course he is.
Not necessarily pointed at the driver, but a little threatening. Not a kind thing that's happening here. He's got a hand up, and he says, "Listen, mate. I don't need your blood on my hands, eh? I just need your cash. So just go ahead and cough it up. I know you've been selling your wares or whatnot. Give me what you got,
It's
and we'll be
Jonathan.
passing."
this is the Goliath.
That'd be hilarious if it was Jonathan, but no.
That would be a little sad.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, so
Wait, that's two voices. Where's the third?
you don't know. What's around here? There's the bridge. There's the path. It's fairly heavily wooded on either side, right near the water. And the farmer's saying, "I don't have anything. I promise. I just need to get home. Please let me pass." And the Goliath aims his crossbow like a little casually more towards the driver and says, "Now, mate, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second. I see an empty cart. I mean some full pockets, don't it? So just turn them on inside out for me. Let me see what you got."
Denra's gonna step forward and say, "Hey there, friend. Why are you hassling these people on the road?"
All three of you go ahead and make a perception check.
Nat 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. 22.
18.
Okay. So here's what happens in this moment. The Goliath turns and does point the crossbow towards you. Not super threatening, but like, new action going on. And all three of you hear some kind of like commotion in the woods. Like there's someone or something right off the road here.
Like movement or
You hear
like
some movement.
Okay, I didn't know if there's like sounds of somebody speaking or yeah, okay. I'm gonna take my glaive out and say, "You got a problem with these people on the road? You got a problem with me, mister?"
What are you, the mayor of the roads?
Well, right now I think I am.
Well, that's a dumb thing to be. Everybody's out here just making a coin. He's out here making a coin doing the farming thing. I'm out here making a coin doing the not farming thing.
The stealing thing.
I don't see what business that is of yours.
Liam's gonna like walk over to the edge of the woods and holler into them and be like, someone's out here. What's going on?
The Goliath now points the crossbow at you and says, what are you, mayor of the forest too? We got a bunch of mayors going on, mayor business here. Listen, you all want to cross the bridge, you go cross the bridge. I got no beef with you in particular.
How far away is he? How far across this bridge? He's mid, so...
He's like right at the edge of, like, he has stopped the
on our
farmer
side. Yeah.
before the farmer has even gotten to the bridge. Like, the farmer's right at the edge of the bridge, his horse looks impatient, and the Goliath is like just a couple of steps onto the bridge. So you are about, as you like raise, made yourselves known, about 40 feet from that.
Okay.
I want to do an insight check on what the Goliath just said as I was approaching the forest.
Sure.
That's a 14.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's something in there that he doesn't want you to disrupt.
That the Goliath doesn't want me to.
Yeah, the Goliath obviously knows what's going on and does not want you to poke around there.
Then Liam's just gonna be like, well, I wouldn't really say I'm like a mayor of the woods or anything like that, but we're certainly brother of the trees. Definitely a brother of the trees, and it seems like someone's in these trees. And so he's gonna walk into the woods.
And I'm sister of the farmers, so if you're getting mad at them, then I'm going to hurt you. So, what are you gonna do?
And I'm Chris Stump McGraw.
You're the one that makes the intimidation check.
Hey, Paul, quick question.
Yeah.
For the cantrip shape water, if it's raining, can I shape water above this guy?
Maybe look up spells.
I'm sorry, but
Let's take a look.
It's something that came to mind. I was wondering if I could, possibly form a giant ice block above
Rain
his
is
head.
water.
Giant.
Okay.
Ice block.
You choose an area of water that you can see. You manipulate it in one of the following ways. You instantaneously move or change the flow of the water as you direct. This does not have enough force to cause damage. You can form it into simple shapes, which last for an hour. You can change its color or opacity. And you can freeze the water, provided that there are no creatures in it. So I think the problem
You can turn it into steam.
I think the problem is that it seems to imply that you're looking at like a body of water, and rain is like all of its separate stuff.
Okay, all right, I get that.
So here's what I'll say. If you want to attempt something, I'll let you roll Druid Wisdom. I'll let you roll a Wisdom check to see like how well you can try to make this spell do that thing.
Okay. I was gonna say, Chris just did say something that.
Yeah, she's trying to intimidate the guy to get him to back off if she can do this without violence. But if she can't, she's gonna attack.
What?
And this is all happening in like here's a tick of the clock. As Liam, as you start to step into the forest, the Goliath now he's aiming that crossbow straight at you. He says, "Hey, Mayor of the Forest, we don't need no beef with you. So why don't you stop where you is?"
So can I turn the water into steam?
I don't think you can heat it up.
You can give it a shot.
But yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say.
We'll turn it to
Make a
mist.
little-
Yeah, mist and essentially
essentially.
like blur the vision of this guy like in front of him.
I'll say that like you push your intent out there.
we'll see.
Go
what
ahead and make a wisdom check to see what happens with it.
Whiz check. Okay. 15.
I'll say that with that, your intent is to blur his vision or somehow blind him in some way for a moment.
Just to make it so he cannot accurately point the crossbow at Liam.
Maybe giving disadvantage on like an attack.
Yeah. So you are able to freeze some of the water that's on his face at the moment. Which isn't really enough to like hurt him or blind him, but it's very distracting. And now like one of his eyes is kind of like almost squeezed shut, and he's very confused in this moment. So that's a thing that you were able to accomplish.
Good enough.
And Liam will take advantage of that and duck right into the forest.
And Denra is going to approach the guy on the bridge.
Okay, everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We were playing with it here.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll get your numbers in just a second. So since there's so few people, we'll just do it individually. Crickstump, what'd you get?
9.
9. Okay. Liam?
12.
All right. Denra?
14.
Working our way up.
And my rock got a 1.
It's gonna be rainy.
It's gonna be raining blood here in a second.
Okay. All right. As we begin, Liam, you take one step in, and you hear it before you see it because the trees are so thick. But there is a great club directing its way towards your head. It's like crashing through the branches as you take a step in.
Oh.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So Liam, as you walk in, you are just immediately clocked upside the head with a great club. That is... ouch. 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it just slams down on your head, and as the stars clear, you can see that there is an ogre that is
Shit.
standing up from a crouched position, and you can see 2 other ogres in the forest behind that one.
Okay.
Neat.
Oh shit.
Well,
The ogre's got a message.
and the mystical chimes.
Yeah, the mystical chime.
Okay. So that is turn 1. Denra, you are up, and you do hear like some kind of crashing noise in the forest.
Okay. How far away is the Goliath from me?
The Goliath, you took a couple steps forward. He's 30 feet away.
30 feet. Okay. Larger than you, 5 feet away from you. Okay. Could I get an angle to possibly, if I was able to shove this person 10 feet, push them off the bridge?
There's a little bit of a railing. It's possible.
Because I want to run up on him using an attack. Well, maybe I can't do it yet because I want to rage first. So yeah, I guess that's also a bonus action. So never mind. Then yeah, I will just rage, and this spectral like bear spirit will surround me as I charge forward my glaive and make 2 attacks recklessly on the Goliath. Nat 20.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
That's why I love reckless. And my second attack, not as good, but still very good. That's a 22. So,
Oh no, it's still 25. Not there.
And I forget because I run it differently. Is it just doubling the dice on the damage on the dice?
Roll it and double it, and then add your modifiers.
Add your bonus. Gotcha. That's what I thought. Nice. Okay, so 17 on the crit. I raged, so 19 on the crit.
Okay.
And then the second attack, that's max damage for 17.
All right. You run forward and take big slashes at him, and he stumbles backwards. I'll have him make a dexterity save to see. Yeah, he doesn't fall off the bridge, but he's definitely like bloodied and not happy about what's happened. Crickstump and Denra, go ahead and make perception checks. Denra, that's going to be at disadvantage at the moment.
Okay, that's fair. Ah. Ooh, not good. 6.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay, Crickstump. As things are starting to happen, you see a shape in the sky.
In the sky?
In the sky, you see something flying.
Wait.
And coming in fast.
Wait.
And
I'm sorry.
And you're really not sure what you're looking at. It doesn't look especially large, but there is a shape headed in the direction of this bridge and coming in very fast.
I don't remember if either of you were on that, but we ran into a rock.
It's not nearly that big.
Okay, yeah, rocks are massive. But
This is
I
not
was like, oh no, is it coming back for me?
Yeah.
No!
You see it just looks like a small one, but it's actually just because it's so far away.
Yeah. Oh. Up in the sky, it's a bird.
Liam, you are up.
Take him out.
Okay.
Yeah, take out 3
Liam
ogres,
is
I
going
know.
to
You got it.
also rage as bonus action. And I don't think it's going to help in this. Yes. Okay. He
Was that an additional feat?
he takes that. No, it's his version of the rage.
Oh, got it.
So he spits out some blood from the ogre guy, and then just is like, "Oh well, right then. Seems a little bit outnumbered. We'll balance the odds." And like thumps his chest as all these spectral furbolgs kind of develop around him, as this kind of glow emanates around him, and he'll wind up and swing on the dude that just fucking hit him, and he'll do it recklessly.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, all
will
right.
hit. One of those definitely should hit.
A 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Hey. Uppercut swing with his anchor. Oh. 14 bludgeoning damage.
14. All right. You wind up and smack this thing right across its face.
Okay. That was bonus and action. So he's not going to move. He's going to hold his ground right near the edge of the forest because he's close enough. Oh, and he will call over because he doesn't know that Crixton will see something in the air. But he will haul over his shoulder. Chaps, it looks like we've got ourselves a couple of big ogre folk here in the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're so focused on killing this guy.
Crickstump, you are watching this shape get closer and closer and closer.
Can I make a quick perception check on it?
Sure.
Just to see if I
detail.
recognize what it could possibly be. That's a 21.
Yeah, it's a shape that it doesn't make a lot of sense as you are watching it come in.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit!
Holy fuck.
Because Crickstump,
I think I recognize it now.
as you look to the sky, James is flying in.
What?
Like dive bombing close to Denra, but it doesn't really look like James much anymore.
Holy shit.
It's definitely James. Big black scorch marks all over him, and he has a huge pair of leathery black wings.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
No, that's not good.
Dope.
Holy shit.
Welcome, James.
Absolutely.
Holy shit,
Hell
yes.
Hey, y'all, we got an issue!
And that is where we're going to end this session.
Oh yeah, right.
So, thank you very much for watching our first non-live episode of the Adventurers Guild. Stay tuned next week for what the hell happens next. Hi, Justin.
Hey,
Gosh.
everybody.